I thought the guy following me just needed directions. Then he asked me something I can't forget. This happened a few months ago, and I still replay it in my head sometimes. I get off work late, so my walk home is usually quiet, almost too quiet. Same route, same streetlights, same shortcut past a closed strip mall. That night, I noticed someone walking behind me, but far enough back that I couldn't tell if it was intentional or just coincidence. Every time I slowed down, he slowed down. Every time I sped up, he did too. Eventually, I stopped and pretended to check my phone. He stopped as well, about 10 feet away. He cleared his throat and asked, really politely, if I knew what time the bus stopped running. His voice was calm, normal. I answered and kept walking, hoping that would be the end of it. It wasn't. He started walking next to me, keeping just enough distance to feel intentional. He asked where I was coming from. I lied. He nodded like he already knew. Then he said something that made my stomach drop. He said, "You always wear the same shoes on Tuesdays." I stopped walking. I asked him how he knew that. He smiled small, awkward, and said he notices patterns. That was when I felt it. That instinctive something is wrong feeling you can't explain. We stood there in silence for a few seconds, and then he asked it, quietly, casually, like it was a normal favor. He asked if he could lick my toes. No build-up, no joke, just that. I laughed at first because my brain didn't know what else to do. Then I saw his face didn't change. No embarrassment, no backtracking, just waiting. I said no, firmly. He nodded, like he'd expected that answer, and said, "I figured I'd ask anyway." Then he stepped back and walked off in the opposite direction like nothing had happened. I stood there for a full minute before I could move. I took a different route home that night, and the next, and the next. I changed my schedule, my shoes, everything small that suddenly felt noticeable. I never saw him again. But sometimes, when I'm walking alone, I think about how calmly he asked, like it wasn't the request that mattered, just whether I'd say yes. And that part still unsettles me the most.